Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Lois Hook Pottery. It's time to start painting this piece, which a lot of us have been discussing what to do, and I still haven't got clarity in my head. There was lots of ideas. I mean, somebody commented on maybe these should be white in the recesses. Somebody mentioned vintage gold, which would be really nice. I also thought copper might really make things stand out. I think in my head I'm still loving the saturation metallic. So I'm thinking, you know how I change my ways, and what I'm going to do, this top part saturation metallic, so it looks like a bit of pewter. I'm thinking matte black, I'm thinking saturation gold, and I'm thinking maybe an orange and a red, but definitely a red. I think this piece here, I want red, whatever. I'm trying to work out in my head whether that means I should have, I can't say blue, green on this one. The other thing that I really like, and this is where I keep getting drawn back to as well, is I absolutely love how smoky Merlot looks on top of obsidian. And I absolutely love then how oatmeal looks on top of both of them, which would be a total opposite direction. It would mean that we could do the whole top gloss black, and then we could do a deep smoky Merlot on the obsidian, and then we could have the smoky Merlot just on one of the pieces with the oatmeal. So it would be the blues and the black. And then maybe that would work with a white groove. So I am going to stop for another 5 minutes, walk away and think about it. The trouble is, everything I'm doing at the moment is all very much traditionally the same. I'm getting sucked into the red, and I'm getting sucked into the all these metallic colours, because I just really think they look very, very special, and I think they look really special when there's a light over the top of them. If I did obsidian on the top half here and it doesn't come out perfect, if there are some blemishes or some bubbles on it and there's a light on it, it wouldn't work. It would really, really worry me that that's all I would see, and I would be disappointed. Okay, I'm going to stop the camera and have another think. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I've got some frog tape, and I'm actually going to mark out the inner lines so that everything is really dead straight. Okay, so I'm still thinking about what to put in here, and I think I'm going to use ancient copper. I know it won't go against the red very well, but I'm thinking that all the other colours, like the matte black or um, the gold and everything like that, would go quite nicely against it. I just want that to stand out. So let's just do it. Let's just do it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the tape off. So I have just started to do it to see how, and this is that frog tape that we have in the UK. That means that excuse my husband while he's chasing the dog, so that no paint goes through. But clearly it's really working well. Let me go and get a knife to help me get this off. Okay, so it's very pleasing to think this stuff has actually worked. Oh, look at all those copper bits that I could use again on something. I might just let it. Oh, there's a wind's coming up. Oh, we've had such hot weather here. It's been really, really hot. I've got to try and have a look and see all the ones that I've. This was a bit of a pain to do, but to be fair, to have this so that it's all coming off, and then I can just paint in the gaps. And I have that. I wanted this to be really, really precise because I did feel that I hadn't carved it as precise as I would have liked it. Oh, oh. Okay. I'll put that up there. So the top it's going to be saturated metallic. What's quite interesting about this here, when I pulled the frog tape off, I actually do have a sort of line that the glaze is happy to run into. This is quite a thin glaze, the saturated metallic. Quite a glaze that seems to just want to run along the line for me. A bit like Cosmic Tea Dust is sort of the same. Anyway, it's going okay so far. This is layer 2. I have been taught, and I presume, I don't know your thoughts on this, I have been taught to do glazes in different directions. So as you can see, that's the second layer on there, but you can see where the first layer has dried. So I'm just then going along, doing the second layer on that edge, which of course means there is a third layer a little bit on the one that I'm working on top of, but that's fine. Okay. So the choice for my second colour is around this one here, which is the thinner band. This one here. This is going to be red. This was going to be green. Now, I was originally thinking rainforest, done 4 or 5 coats, so it's solid. And I haven't got any left. I haven't got any here. I've got jade as a celadon, and that's too weak for me. So one of my test tiles I've found here is, this is 3 coats of snow and 3 coats of seaweed. Now that bit didn't run too much. The bit with the oatmeal did. So that's what I'm going to do. 3 coats of snow, 3 coats of seaweed. So it'll take a bit of time. I did look at Vert Luster, but have I got Vert Luster here to show you? I did have it, but I think Vert Luster, when I've looked at it, wasn't, here it is, it wasn't really the right green. So that is Vert Luster. So this is the colour I'm going for. 3 snow, 3 seaweed. There we go. So that's my next colour. Right, I'm going to paint this laying down though. I think I'm going to do this side first. It means I'm using the hairdryer. Okay, can everybody see? Now we know seaweed runs, don't we? So we'll keep fingers crossed that this is the way to do it. Okay. Now this is a celadon. You know, I'm actually wondering whether I should have used my pipette for this bit. I could have just done it as a thick. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at the pipette. I think that will be a better option for me. Okay, so I've got my snow now in the, just get rid of any water that was in there. My snow in here. Much easier to do my edge. If I do my edge, then I can just blend it in the middle. And I would think that that is equivalent to maybe 3 layers, but what I might do is just do a bit down the middle. That's an easy way to just wipe it off with my thumb. Just dry that and then put a bit more in the middle and try it again. So I think using the seaweed, I'm going to use a little brush. I'm going to try, because seaweed runs quite a lot, I'm going to try a little brush for the corners. Yeah, that works really well. That's actually, it's very hard with the white, but that's actually what I should have been thinking about with the white. Yeah, that's good. I can see exactly where I'm going over the white. Okay, for this piece then, I'm using the Terracolor, the Scava Terracolor Gut Hell, which is sort of the middle red, so it's this red. Okay, and I've decided that little brush was really quite good at getting into the, along the line and into the corners, probably better than the pipette thing. So I'm going to use the brush for my edges. This is a new tub, and if you remember what I said, this dries really, really quickly. Quite oddly, it reminds me very much of bird's custard, that you can move it around, but the make sure I get that line done nicely there. the powder in the bird's custard. Just has a bit of a difficulty moving it round. You can still see that good. Okay, so it's the next morning and I am now, it's cooled down, which is lovely. I'm now going to look at this here. So we've got a green, we've got we've got the palladium, which looks like pewter. We've got the red. So next to the red, I'm going to put the matte black. I'm then going to put the gold, and then I'm going to put cosmic tea dust on there. So let's carry on. I'm not sure. I'm going to raise these up in the kiln using, for a better option, one of these, so I can then have everything away. I have actually chipped the bottom of this, and what it actually shows is whenever I'm doing this again, because of all the shrinkage and the movement and the firings, that I have to be a bit careful that the legs are higher and raising it up. This is actually pushed, you know, it's higher than these are, which is a bit of a shame. I might, when it's finished, get some rubber sticky pads to raise it up a bit, because we don't want that chipping once it's fired. I can get away with it for now, and the glaze should cover it up. So we'll put it in the kiln like this, so it's off the floor a long way. I'm worried, the only thing I'm worried about here is the saturation gold may run, but if it does, not a lot I can do about it, to be fair. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up so you can just basically watch me get it done quickly, and I'll see you in a minute. So here's the dilemma. If I'm using saturation gold on here, potential to run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the matte black around the foot, and I'm going to do a line across here and do the matte black to that line. So that will be Vantage Gold because there's a bit of room to run. But that section there will be the matte black. I think that would be a prudent move. Okay, 2 more sections to go. Cosmic tea dust here. So the cosmic tea dust is against the green. I can see I've got a little bit of work to do there because I've got to just check over my saturation metallic at the top. So I've left that up there so you can see and it be reminded. Now, cosmic tea dust is a little bit of a funny one, isn't it? Very thin in its image. Needs coats, and I'm actually questioning whether I do 4 coats. Actually, it says 3. I've got a feeling on that vase I did 4. Okay, I'll go fast now. See you in a bit. So now the last one, which is the saturation metal. No, it's saturation gold. Saturation gold. Again, this is a very runny one. And if you remember, we've gone further away from, I've done that sort of bit. So the matte black is, I like painting. This paint is, this one is, it's more like a paint. I found an old chemistry book when we were packing to move, and I thought maybe that's what I need to start reading about, chemicals and what does what, understanding. So it's all painted now, ready to go in the kiln. I am actually going to put a kiln loading on now. It's what day are we? Friday evening, and my kiln goes on the van for the removal van on Monday. So this is going to go on. I will probably do a preheat for now, just because I've just finished glazing this, just set a little bit of extra moisture out. That might be a bit overkill. I've only got two vases, a little vase and this to go in. So yeah, very exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. The good thing about pottery is, if I don't like what I do, I can repeat it and do it again. So and that's actually how you find out what your likes are and dislikes, and what you're favouring. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Remember to subscribe and like and press that notification bell if you like what I do. Remember, I love comments, I love to chat, I love to have interaction. We've been having people contact me from all over the world now, so it's absolutely fantastic, and I love that. So yeah, see you soon. Seeing the daylight, that is beautiful. I've sort of said, you know, suddenly if I get the right lamp shade on that. The seaweed on the white is a beautiful colour. Very love that. There you go. Looks good out in the daylight, to be fair.